took place on day 5. Yes. There, but again the covers were brought on and all of that continued to happen. But there was this one time, and this was close to 11:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time that had happened, that the covers were brought on as a preventive measure. It hadn't started to rain in Trinidad, but even then the ground staff had decided to bring on the covers. Through the day we had seen there being showers all through the day. In fact, there were some intermittent showers as well. But then why at that particular moment were the covers brought on when it had stopped raining? Yes, there was a big grey cloud that had engulfed the stadium, but even then one was wondering as to why and what's this preventive measure that the ground staff had taken to cover the stadium, to cover a large part of the ground, I must say, even when it wasn't raining. Turns out there is traditional wisdom for that, and over the next couple of minutes we're going to tell you why exactly did the ground staff go ahead and cover the pitch and some areas around it even when it wasn't raining. Have a look at this video that we have for you. You see grey clouds over there, dark grey clouds over the stadium, and it was just one of the indicators that the ground staff had first gauged and then decided that they must act upon it. But why exactly were the covers brought on? Now if you see in these visuals, you'll see some birds going around the stadium in circular motion. Now this is exactly above the stadium. In fact, this has been shot from one of the stands. Now what this does is that the ground staff keep a close eye on the movement of the birds. Now if the birds are moving in circular motion, this is an indicator that it is about to rain, that the clouds are here and the rain is approaching. That is signal number one that the ground staff looks for. The second is when the birds come closer to the stadium. So when the altitude drops for the birds, when they come closer to the ground, when they're much closer to the ground, that is the second indicator that it is about to rain anytime soon. So these two indicators is what the ground staff at the Trinidad were looking at yesterday, and it was only because it had rained overnight. They were looking for these signs as well, and they wanted there to be some sort of play. Tremendous work, by the way, from the ground staff to be covering the pitch as and when the need arose, but then to apply the traditional wisdom. And this is where you have some food for thought in many ways, because in today's day and age of technology and superior hardware, superior technology, you look at much more modern mechanisms to be able to tackle these situations. But guess what, even in today's day and age, in the 21st century, all you need is a little bit of traditional wisdom and you can very well get out of the way. And that's what the ground staff at the Port of Spain did yesterday, taking into account what was to come and then acting upon it. So some thumbs up for the ground staff there. Tremendous job being done there. Unfortunately, there wasn't any play that could happen, but even then they did their very best to ensure that some amount of play could be possible. Wasn't the case, and as a result you saw the two captains then shaking hands. There wasn't any play that could happen, but eventually it was Rohit Sharma who lifted the trophy, because India were winners of the 2-match test series, winning it by a 1-0 margin. We hope you like this video. In case you did, give us a thumbs up. Do share it with your friends and family members as well. And there's lots of other content and videos that you've got on the Sports Today channel, so do check that out as well.